What's up, guys? So there's something that I cannot share with you photo wise, but I can talk about it and kind of what it reads because there's something that I need to talk to you guys about. So, someone and their friends decided they thought it would be a good idea that they thought they would not get in trouble for it to basically take the time and energy of their own, obviously, to go and staple these two signs of theirs, that they made, they wasted their time basically making it. And they stapled it to this board, those like boards that you get like at Home Depot or something like that. And then they taped it and I'll show you guys the type of tape that they used because I have the same tape because I looked at the tape that it's taped around, and I have the exact same tape. So I'll show you guys the type of tape that they use. So they are using something like this. They use like clear sealing tape. So this is what they use to tape that around. It's much bigger, so they most likely bought like the bigger version, like the one with the handle on it. But it's something like this that they used. Um, so so yeah, I am. Um, so I I had to write a note, 2-page note, to one of my neighbors' friends on their door, asking, look, if because they're not home right now, so um, and I don't want to take that on the garage door because when they get home, they open the garage door. I don't think like this late at night, like late at night when they're out this late, but I mean, so I mean, so their truck is gone, so that means they must be gone, or at least the dad must be gone. So I am asking them if they can remove it. One of my other friends, their mom is gone right now. I forgot that she was gone for this week, and I didn't want to wait till next week till she got back. And it's understandable why they don't want to ask their dad because their dad doesn't own that house. Their mom does, so that's understandable. And so I'm not. I totally understand. I'm not mad at those two kids whatsoever about that. But so it's extremely understandable why, right? They don't want to ask permission from their dad. I mean, because their dad's watching them while mom's gone for a week. Yeah, that's fine, right? So, um, so yeah, so I am gonna. I already left a voicemail for a number to call to come remove it if I'm too scared to do it tonight. Because here's the thing: if I decide to go remove it tonight, then there's going to be problems, right? I was already threatened once by somebody. I was already threatened once. And this individual basically had the audacity to go and say something to another neighbor, telling them, hey, look, you're going to be a witness, right? You're a witness, right, to this, right? To what? What is this person having people be a witness to? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is way too far. And also, you cannot be putting stuff on public property. So even though, despite the fact that I got full permission from two different cops, two different dispatchers to go in and remove this myself, I am too scared to do so myself. Considering the fact that, if I do, I really hope that, because here's the thing, if my other friend says no, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and do it myself then. Um, but I it's frustrating to know that this is happening to me, right? So you cannot be posting signs on someone, like on a public property, right? So, and for this person to say, well, I'm feeling threatened right now, go away, go away. I mean, come on. I'm minding my own business. I'm allowed to be around there. I'm not going over to harass nobody. So this whole thing of, claiming fear and being threatened and all this stuff is quite honestly really pathetic. It's it's gotten to a point where how can you trust people like this, right? And quite honestly, I've never trusted this person to begin with. I never trusted the other individuals to begin with, and they're just taking it way too far, doing something, saying something. And I'm the only Austin in the neighborhood, so by this doing this, and also with this one individual who has a ring camera as well, I'm pretty sure their whole plan when planning to do this, putting this on a public property, a public, uh, defacing basically public property. They're they did it in such a way that it's going to be seen that she is most likely spying right now, and seeing if I'm going to go over there and remove it, and then she sees me remove it, and then next thing you know, she gets her and her friends together, calls the police on me. You request those two female officers and says, "Hey, hey, we removed it. What we put on this public property, you know, um, and I don't trust those two female officers. I'm sorry. They're so. So let's go ahead and read real quick these comments as well. Um, from this individual, real quick here, from this one person writing, "Your parents should have aborted you, Austin. They regret it." After watching Austin's new video, it's surprising her parents didn't end it. End what? My life? End my life. So basically, what this person is claiming, what this person is saying, is he wanted this person in his 50s, who's part of the little cult that did all this, is basically not only misgendering me, right, being homophobic, but also saying that he wanted my parents to kill me, that he wants my parents to murder me. That's basically what's being said here. Um, this person claiming last week that they work for a company and that they work for a company that overlooks social media accounts and doesn't own social media accounts, all this other bullshit. Sorry, but this person is you. This person is 100% you. This person is 100% this person. And to say that, you know, that he wants my parents to murder me is not okay. And saying that I should have been aborted. This whole group of individuals that did this, that put that sign there, they seriously got something going on in their lives. They're not fearful of their lives or one iota. There is nothing that I'm doing that is being harmful or anything like that. I mean, to say, oh, after watching Austin's new video, it's surprising that her parents ended it. I mean, Austin's got a meaningless life. Eat my toenails. Um, what else? Your parents should have aborted you, Austin. They regret it. I mean, come on. So, I have the comments and everything that's, I'm sending to the police and everything. So, this person's gonna. An L Brown CRC writing, "You are the problem 7 people have against you. You're the common denominator here. Get some help. Leave your neighbors alone and quit harassing people online." Yeah, okay. And then loading 7103 writes, "Shut up." Okay, cool. You are not a celebrity. No one cares. We do not care. Okay. So I mean, um, so I got all the proof right here. I got all the proof right here. The the homophobia and everything like that. So I am scared to go remove this on my own simply due to the fact that that they're gonna call the police on me simply for me doing what I'm supposed to do basically. So I thought I'd come on here and talk to y'all about it. Um, so so I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't. I'm like legitimately scared right now what to do. Um, I'm just gonna wait till my friend slash neighbor gets home. Um, because he's usually out this late. So I'm also not gonna go there right now and do it, but you know, to tape a note on his door, my other friend's door, asking him for help, asking him to do this for me, please. So I don't know what to do, guys. I'm really scared right now. Because you can't be putting things on public property, you know? So you cannot be putting things on public property. It's against the law. It is against the law to do so. Um, so I really don't know what this person was thinking when doing that. I don't know what they were thinking. You know, I mean, I was given full permission to, so, but I was already threatened once already. So, you know, I, I don't know what else to do. So hopefully my other friend can, you know, remove it. And if they say no, I am just going to go remove it myself. Because you cannot be putting things on people's property. I mean, on public property. Um, meanwhile, I saw, I saw this one individual who was part of that little cult, right? Yesterday, go around and bring other people's trash cans to her home. She closed her garage door so fast. Her and a little cult, they know they're guilty about doing stuff, but they keep on doing it, right? They never ever learn, right? They never learn. So you cannot be this bored. I mean, what was going through their heads when they thought, "Oh, let's just piss off Austin more. Let's get him shaken, right? Let's scare him. Let's threaten him and do by doing this, right?" That's what was going through their heads, right? Because what I plan on doing is calling Home Depot, calling Lowe's, and making sure these people are banned from those places. Making sure they're banned from the UPS store, FedEx store, USPS store, wherever they got these things printed, wherever, and make sure they're not ever allowed to go in those places again. Because odds, once I remove it, or one of my friends removes it, or the city has to come out here and remove it, whatever the case may be, tonight with myself or one of my friends removing it, or whether it be, you know, um, the city tomorrow removing it, the odds of them doing it again is very high. So I'm gonna press charges on them for doing this, because by letting the whole neighborhood know about what they wrote, quite honestly, is not okay. And I'm the only Austin in the neighborhood, and everybody knows me as the nice person. This little small group of people know me as somebody that I'm not, right? That they seem to think that I'm dangerous and that I'm threatening and all this kind of stuff, which I'm not. It's just that small number of people that think I'm dangerous and threatening and whatnot, right? But pretty much the rest of the neighborhood knows me as a nice kid, you know, and very friendly, outgoing. They all know I have autism, so they know, like, if I freak out, it's not my fault. I can't help it. It's these certain individuals. They know the people that are harassing me and threatening me and all that kind of stuff. And so I've already had to call the police. I don't know how many times tonight, because I was already threatened once. So, you know, because odds are, if I try to remove it tonight, because it's on public property and I got full legal permission from the police to do this, to go and remove it, because it's on public property. What they did was they taped it around a sign, a public sign, a street sign. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those street signs that have the two different street names on it. There's the arrow, this street, this way, this street, this way. You know what I'm saying? So they taped it around that pole. So they taped it real good. And it might take me a while to remove it. And hopefully they don't see me doing it, because I'm going to do it at a time of night where where they're all asleep. So hopefully the individual that's watching me is not one of them, because I will remove it tonight. So I mean, that one friend, he's not home yet. So I'm watching my camera, so he's not home yet, because I did tape a note on his door asking him, hey, can, that this individual did this, and I'm too scared to remove it myself. I already tried after getting off the phone with that one officer, and I was threatened already once. So, the odds are that that person doing it again is very, very high. So, for them to be being feel threatened and feel like, oh, they're in danger, quite honestly, is not okay. Like, what am I doing? How am I being dangerous? How am I being threatening? That's what I would like to know. You know what I'm saying? Because all I'm doing is just walking my dog, riding my scooter, going, leaving my neighborhood, coming home. I'm not blasting anything, right? So, I mean, I do have music playing, but just from my phone. That's it. It's either in my pocket or in my bag, my Halloween bag. And then around, November and December, I use a Christmas bag, right? And September, October, I use a Halloween bag. So those of you that see me with this one, that's what I'm using. So, it's so really I'm the only one that can hear my music playing, quite honestly. And you can't be taping stuff to public property. And quite honestly, like, what I'm gonna do is definitely, because I'm gonna get it, even if I am nearly broke with the cash that I have right now. You know, I'm gonna get these. I took pictures of it. I'm gonna get it printed out no matter what tomorrow at some point. Mail it to the police. Um, and request. Look, if they try to do it again, I'll remove it again. If they try to put one or three or four on each of their properties, their own properties, then there should be a warrant out for their arrest, quite honestly, because this is not okay. I mean, yeah, your own property is one thing, but to tell the whole neighborhood about somebody that, something's going on, it's private. It's private. So that specific information is private. This should not be blasted out to the whole neighborhood. Okay? And it shouldn't. And I'm allowed to go that way. We're allowed to drive that way in our car. I'm allowed to walk that way with my dog. I'm allowed to ride that way with my scooter. So if they don't like it, I don't care. The police don't care either. They're allowing me to do that as well. So they can be all aggressive all they want. They can do what they did all they want. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? They're the ones there to get in legal trouble for doing this. So it really falls on them, quite honestly, because I am scared for my life right now. So because I was told, because I asked those two officers, like, what do I do if they try to come out and talk to me, if they come out and try to yell at me or harass me or whatnot, right? They said to call them back and they'll deal with it because it is on public property. So I'm allowed to talk about it as long as I don't show the sign, as long as I don't mention their names, but otherwise I'm allowed to talk about it. So, I my assumption is the reason why they put it out in the neighborhood to see, and for me to see, obviously as well, is to get me shaking as well, and for everybody to see it, right? Because they know that I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. If they were to if they were to take a picture of it and put it out there online, because I know that one of them or all of them have YouTube accounts, so them denying it is, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. No, they're that account that has that person's name in it, that that's that person. Um, so you know, I mean, like seriously, what was going through their heads when doing this? Like like seriously, what was going through their heads when they were thinking, oh, let's go ahead and put this sign up there? What was going through their minds? Like, what was going through their heads? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't be doing that. It's against the law. So I don't know what was going through their head when they thought about doing this. I really don't. Like, I really don't. Quite honestly. And what is it about me that I'm dangerous? Like, explain. Like, no, seriously, explain. What is it? Explain. Like, explain. I would like to know, please, because there's nothing about me that screams danger, that screams harassing, that screams anything like that, right? I don't harass nobody. No, I don't. Do I? No, I don't. So, what is it about me that makes them think that I'm dangerous? That's all in their head, right? They think that they have power over me. They think that they can control me, right? By putting up this little sign, right, that they taped, right? And so I'm going to make sure it's efficient. I'm going to look behind my back, maybe be on the other side and figure it out how to remove it quick, fast, easy. Um, and, because I have a plan in place because my side gate is locked, it's double locked. I'm the only one with the key. And so really my plan tonight is keep my garage door open right now, so I'm not opening it when I'm gonna plan on going, removing this. Because I have fully permission to do so. Two, I'm gonna turn off my motion sensors just for tonight, so that way it's not like obvious sign because if they hear my motion sensor go off saying you're not being recorded, you know, um, then they know it's me to come and go remove it, right? And even if that one individual is going to be spying on me and whatnot, I don't care. I simply do not care because right now it's about 10:34 at night. Now, for those that are watching, and for those that did this, if you guys are watching too, quite honestly, like I'm not going to say exactly what time I'd be over there to remove it because I'm legally allowed to do so. And as long as you guys are not outside, I can remove it. So I'm going to go remove it tonight at some point. So everybody, you guys need to understand something. Everybody in my neighborhood understand something. These people, they think that they can, do this, right? They think they can do whatever they want, right? Because by doing this is just really getting yourselves in legal trouble. That's what they're doing. They're getting themselves in legal trouble. Um, and so, quite honestly, like, this is, and to tell for that even one of those scary individuals to tell a neighbor who lives in one of those two houses right there on that same sidewalk, right, on the same street, where that sign is posted, where that street sign is, to tell him to be on the lookout or something like that, I do not care. So even if he comes out and says to me, "What are you doing?" and goes over to that person's house and tells him, "Oh, I highly doubt that because they don't have a camera, right?" So it's because here's the thing. I'm pretty sure, and I better hope and pray to God that they're all asleep because I need to make sure I do this in a way that is I'm not. Yeah, it's going to be recorded. I know that for a fact. But at the end of the day, yeah, they're going to see it either way that I removed it. But if they decide to call the police and tell them that, "Oh, Austin removed this sign that we put on public property," and next thing you know, the officers show up and, I'm going to explain, look, I was told to remove it. I was not going to remove it until I got permission to by the police. Because what do they think I was going to do? Just leave it be? No. In every situation that I am being harassed, now that involves the neighborhood my neighborhood, I have to defend myself. So I am allowed to remove it. It is on public property. It is on public property. It is not on private property. It is not on their property, is it? No, it's not. Now, the only option that I could have with that if it was on their property, on their lawns, is have the city come out in the morning and remove it from their property. But because they decided to put it on public property that belongs to the city. So that neighbor, whoever lives in that house that's on that corner, that one corner, they do not own that street sign. So I don't know if that's what they're thinking. I don't care. It's on public property. So it does not matter where these are placed. These street signs are placed. If it's placed in front of somebody's home, if it's placed on a corner like this one is, next to somebody's home, part of somebody's lawn, right? It's still public property. It still belongs to the city. So I had to call the police a bunch of times tonight because I'm shaking. I'm freaking out. I got full permission to remove it. So I'm going to remove it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They don't like that I'm going to remove it, obviously, right? But you know what? I do not care. They do not have permission to be doing this. They never have. They never will. And quite honestly, they do not. Nobody owns those. Anything that is placed there by the city, nobody owns it. So the street lamps, those signs, the fire hydrants, all those are placed by the city. So therefore, it's city property. So again, if they had put that sign, or however, if they were to put that sign on one of their properties, or spend a whole lot of money more and have 3 or 4 on their own properties, then I still will be able to remove it, but the city would remove it for me. Okay? If it was on their property, I can't go over there myself and remove it. I can't have any of my friends slash neighbors go remove it. They would still have to be removed, but by the city, right? So, but because on public property, on city property, I have every legal right to go remove it. So that is why I'm so scared, because they are going to most likely come out of their houses and go and like call the police and request those two officers and to come take me away in handcuffs. Like I'm not going to deal with that. And so, you know, no, like I am going to figure out a plan in place. Continue going out there and just surveying and make sure that no one's out there. And it's not going to be right this second that I'm going to be out there moving it. It's going to be later on. I'm not going to say what time, but it's going to be later on. So I'm going to keep my shoes on. And I'm going to be quiet and everything. I'm going to turn that thing off, the motion sensor off, where it says you're not being recorded. That's going to be off just for tonight. Just for the rest of the night, it'll be off. So that way, it's all quiet. Nothing's happening, right? So, I am going to remove it. I'm going to see who's out there real quick. Someone's out there. Okay, it was just somebody walking their dog. So yeah, I'm going to settings, motion alerts. Just disable it for right now. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you all next few videos.